I often talk about form chasing, and I really started to realize that that's at the core of what I'm doing. Sometimes also the slowness with which I approach things is part of that. You know how, well, it's just a really good example of, in the moment you try to capture something, but then a moment later, because you've just experienced some other things, what you captured seems like it's missing something, So it's just occurred to me that even with the concept here of holding a breath, but then again, right after that, you release it because you have to continue. And how many times you do that, and with each breath, everything changes, and it's like a buildup of layers. Maybe that's not clear, but it feels like that to me. And I'm thinking that here, well, for me to sit and explain to you all the things that I did, from a technique standpoint, that's one thing, but while I'm doing that, I'm also breathing and thinking, and things change from moment to moment in terms of even where I'm going, I guess. Anyway, I put the dot in the middle there, the red dot, because this thing felt like a deep breath. It was so simple, and when I put the red dot there, it was like holding it for a second, holding the deep breath. And when I look at this, I just love that in the center there's just a little quilt almost, because of the small pieces there. And then, when I added the stitching into the cross, or even when I started to quilt this, it was as if I was securing that deep breath. But then, the cross for me goes way back. It goes way back into the weaving thing, where you have the vertical, the thing that stands, and then you have the horizontal, which kind of represents that thread, the thing that moves through. And then in the center you have a web, the thing that holds together because of those two actions. So that's all here. And it was good this morning for me to work on this one, because I thought from yesterday, you know how you kind of react to things and you do something about it, and then, almost immediately you stand back and look at that and you wonder, if I had just taken a deep breath and held it a little longer, would I have changed my mind? Would I have let it pass by? And would it have become less important? So yesterday is less important to me, and today, the form that all of this has taken is really what has become important to me.